Let's take a look at how to create a new project using Viewlet Builder 7 Enterprise. The new project type we'll create is a video capture project. We click New Project to open the Create New Project window. Then we keep Screen Capture Project selected. Next, let's go ahead and choose a slide size. For this example, we'll go ahead and keep the application method selected. This will allow us to capture the Paint program already running on our system, and we'll go ahead and keep the current window size for the Paint program selected, though we could resize the application as needed. Next, we need to go ahead and choose a capture profile. A capture profile is simply a collection of all of the options selected for the recording session saved in a single profile. You can go ahead and click Help Me Choose for more information on this topic to launch a tutorial on it. Next, let's go ahead and choose the capture profile for video capture. Now, no matter what capture profile you use, I highly recommend that you review the options selected before you start your recording session. This is very easy to do and just takes a couple seconds. So click Modify to open up the capture options window, and as you can see here, we have the capture mode of capture or video capture selected. Let's move this over to the side and notice here we're looking at the video capture profile. We can go ahead and choose various options in the tabs available. So for example, we can choose hotkeys for pause and resume, for example. If we go ahead and click it, we can choose a different hotkey to use for the pause and resume capture. Let's go ahead and change it back to what we had. We also can choose a different hotkey for stop capture. In the new video capture option, we also have the ability to record sound during video capture. So in order to do this, we would have to go ahead and make sure that down in the sound recording area we have the checkbox next to record sound during capture selected. This will then give us the option to go ahead then up under the hotkey section to choose a hotkey to mute the sound. This will enable us to toggle the sound on and off during the video capture session if we want to. So after that, we should check our recording options, such as what format we want to use, such as WAV or MP3. We can also choose the microphone latency, which is the delay that we would use for the sound recording. And of course, we want to go ahead and choose our input device. Once selections are made, click OK. Then we can go ahead and choose options for such things as a feedback, or in the mouse tab we can enable cursor simulation, or we can opt not to have cursor simulation, and we have advanced options as well. Once options are selected, click OK. Now we're ready to start our capture session. So let's go ahead and click OK. And we're ready to begin our video capture. Now you notice there's a bounding box surrounding the Paint program. Everything inside the bounding box will be captured during the video recording session. But there's something else you should notice, that we are paused before we start the actual video recording. This enables us to collect our thoughts before we actually jump into the video recording session. So this gives us the opportunity, if we want to check our notes and everything like that before actually getting started, instead of the video recording starting right away. We can use the toolbar down here to click Start to start the actual video recording session. We can also use this button during the video recording session as a toggle to pause and resume the video at any time. So at one point maybe we want to go ahead and click that button again to pause and then start up again when we're ready to continue on with the video recording session. So we would just click it again. The next button, if we wanted to, we could use next to the Start button, would be the Stop button. This would enable us to stop the recording session when we're finished recording. And of course you see the microphone. If we don't want to use the hotkey to toggle the sound on and off, we can also use this button to disable it and then enable it at any time during the video recording. So those are the toolbar options that are available for you during the video recording session. Now, let's go ahead and see how easy it is to create a viewlet on how to open an image file in Paint. So, to begin, we're going to go ahead and once we collect our thoughts, we'll go ahead and then start the session by clicking Start, and then say, first let's select File from the menu option. Then select Open. Double-click your image file to open it, or single-click it to select it, then click Open. This loads the image file in Paint ready for editing. And that's all there is to it. Now this particular viewlet is pretty much, we've captured everything we've wanted for this little example, and that's how easy it is using video capture. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and click stop to open up the stop capture window. Now you see we have still various options before we actually stop. We can stop and import the capture session now. Or let's say we accidentally did not want to stop at this point. We have the opportunity actually to resume the capture session again by clicking this button here. So that's a handy feature in case we, like I said, accidentally forgot that we needed to add more to the end. We also have the ability to cancel and restart the capture session at this point. This would throw everything away that we've done, but without taking us back to the Viewlet Builder interface, this would actually just take us back to where we set up the capture session, where it was paused before we begin, clicking the start button, and then we could go ahead and start again without having to set up the entire project all over again. So that's a really neat option to have within here. But we also have the ability, if we want, not to restart the entire session. If we decide to throw the entire session out and we decide we want to go on to something else, we also have the ability to go ahead and cancel the entire capture session. Using this option would throw out the entire thing and put us back to the interface. So there is a definite difference between these two options here, so keep that in mind. Now we are finished with this particular project, so we can go ahead and choose one of the options here. We're going to go ahead and stop and import the capture session. We're returned to Viewlet Builder, and as you notice, we're ready for editing at this point. And Viewlet Builder's converted the video capture into a video layer. We have a cursor path and also a sound layer. It's probably a good idea at this point as well to save the project. And you'll notice that there, if you're an older user of Viewlet Builder, you'll notice a new file format that we're using. So we're going to go ahead and name the file, and we'll call it How to Open a File in Paint. And we'll go ahead and keep the option selected for the new Viewlet Builder format here in this window. And then once we've saved the file name and all we have to do is go ahead and click OK to save it. And now our video capture project is ready for editing. For more information on this topic and others, please visit us at qarbon.com. That's Qarbon.com. Happy viewletting!